We'll change the master cylinder on its 1948 Pontiac Silver Streak 8. Got 8 spark plugs there in that flathead. Straight 8. 6 volt. Master cylinder is located right down there. Right on the driver's side frame rail, right at the bottom of the firewall. We'll go underneath. I'm down here in the Daparosa bunker. I get right up under there. There's your master cylinder. Your front brake line. And then the back brake line comes out the side there. Just got 2 bolts. Mount it through the frame. You gotta put your wrench right up there and hold them bolts where the frame splits. And then your brake pedal's coming down there. That's the brake pedal right here. The shaft of the brake pedal, and it pivots right there on that pin. And it's got this little cam, and your clevis going to your master cylinder shaft. Right there. You got to pull the pin out, and it takes special pliers to turn it, get it loose. And when it won't turn, because it's been installed for 73 years, you have to warm it up a little bit right there. And then, because you got a flame under the old car, you might have to use one of these to douse the flame. But I didn't have a flame. Pulled the pin out, the cotter pin back here, and pulled the pin out. Got that loose. And believe it or not, the flare nut came loose. I don't believe these brake lines are original, but they're in pretty good shape. That goes up there just in front of the steering gear right there on the cross member to a T. That goes to right side wheel cylinder. And then that one goes over to that brake hose. It goes to the wheel cylinder. Anyway, let's pull this off right quick. There you can see the other brake line right there for the rear. Anyway, we'll get that loose and get that off of there. Okay, got the master cylinder out. See, got the clevis there. It goes on that brake arm cam. And you got a T-valve. And then your, I don't know if that's the brake light switch or a brake warning switch. I don't know for sure, but anyhow, we went to AutoZone, said, you guys got a master cylinder for a 1948 Pontiac Silver Streak 8? And they said, well, let me see. Is that a 4-wheel drive? I said, get the hell out of here. Anyway, we'll get this taken off here. Take that off of that shaft. And we have to probably get a new nut to put on there. I doubt that to come off. Put that on there and get it adjusted out. And swap this material over and be right back. Well, we got the clevis off, and the nut even came loose. Down there at Fred's garage back 50 years ago, they filled that up and bled it, and that was the last time it was serviced. But it looks like they been swimming down in the Mississippi River with it. Maybe they was trying to launch a boat and got down in the mud. Anyway, we'll get old Ellie Mae back together, and we got the fitting loose, so we can swap all that over. Well, we got the fitting put back on, and we got the nut transferred over, and I just did the old count the turns off and counted them back on, so we should be back in the ballpark of where it's supposed to go. And we'll see when we get it down there. Well, we're back down underneath old Ellie Mae, and lubricated those flare nuts. They're in here, so they'll turn pretty good and be able to get them back together. We'll get that master cylinder mounted back up. Okay, boys and girls, we got it back together. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, that fitting back there gave me fits. Those steel lines are stiff. They got more steel in those lines than most cars got in their left front fender. Anyway, we got it threaded on there and got them tight. And I guess the fluid that goes in there is probably, since this car's so daggum old, it's probably Fred Flintstone brake fluid. It's not shoe soled, but some sort of fluid. I suppose .3 will work. Anyway, we got it adjusted and got the clevis back on there, and got it pinned and cotter pinned, and should be ready to go. Like we got bleeder screws on all 4 wheel cylinders. And if they'll just come loose, might have to get the heat blower out. But anyway, we got this job done, and until next time, boys, till better days.